That's right. It's time for another episode of
Know Your Troll.
Know Your Troll. If you read the title of this video before you clicked on it, then you already know that this video is called The Troll of All Trolls. Why is it called The Troll of All Trolls? Well, I will tell you. Usually I use these Know Your Troll videos as an outlet for a good laugh and a chance for me to get the last laugh by monetizing other people's stupidity and what comes out of their mouth. In this instance, this one is a little bit more serious, and the reason why is because I have an impersonator out there, apparently. There is a troll that has started out trolling my channel, and I had just based on some of the verbiage that was used in some of his comments, and I don't have those anymore because I deleted him and blocked him. I guess it could be a she, I don't know. I deleted and blocked them. But, it was very, very similar to this comment, which I did save a screenshot of. Particularly the mention of, how this individual has decided they are going to refer to me from now on. I got two of the exact same comment from two different screen names on my channel from this individual. Basically, two word for word identical comments from two different screen names within minutes. Of course, nobody saw them because they went straight to the spam folder, and of course, I saw, after I glanced over them, I blocked both profiles immediately. And the interesting thing was, one of those profiles actually had my name on it, my full name, and I'm sure my last name has been mentioned on this channel a time or two here in the past. I'm not going to repeat it now, but I'm sure I've mentioned it before. But wasn't long after, and then the other profile was some other, just some other random name. Well, here just within the last few days, I got a message from my friend Alan Barnes, whose channel is called Geargasms. And, Alan and I have become pretty good friends, and we communicate pretty regularly, particularly as it relates to YouTube stuff. And he sent me a message on Facebook and a screenshot. This is the screenshot that he sent me, and clearly, somebody claiming to be me was commenting on his channel. I think if you read this comment, it's pretty apparent how ridiculous it is, and even more apparent that it's not me, because the last thing that I intend to do is go and torch all of my guitars. My guitar collection that I've spent my entire life building. So that said, YouTube has a nifty little feature that will allow me to go in and view all of the profiles that I have blocked in the past, at least those that still exist. I'm sure some of them have been deleted, either by YouTube themselves or otherwise. Regardless, all the ones that are still active, I can go in and see a real-time list of anytime I want. Within this nifty little feature is also another nifty little feature, and that nifty little feature also happens to update the name of said profile, meaning that I can go in and search for an old profile name as it may have been, whatever it may have been as I remember it at the time that I blocked it. If the owner of that profile has changed the name, it'll still pull it up. And the same is also true in the comments section, by the way, for those purposes. So, if you think you're being sneaky and, you're trolling a YouTube creator and, you're going to go back a couple months later and troll under a different profile name, guess what? If you're using the same account, we can search for one or the other and find all of them. So you're not hiding nearly as well as you think you are. And I don't really care about the trolling comment. You can say whatever you want to me. I could care less. I assure you, I am not losing any sleep over it. What really irritates me, though, is, you masquerading as me going on to other channels, because I don't know what other channels you may have gone on to and started shooting your mouth off with my profile picture. So, this message is really for any other YouTube creators who feel that they may have been trolled by me. Number one, I don't do that. I do, out of respect for all of the work and everything that goes into creating content on YouTube. I don't, whether I like the channel or not, whether I like the creator or not, I don't go and say, I don't leave nasty comments on other people's channels. That ain't cool. There's one exception that I really, that I should take back. I did leave a comment here, a couple of months ago. There is a great big, huge, you're probably aware of it, and I'm not going to mention any names because it's, it's a whole deal that doesn't involve me, and I'm not getting in the middle of it. But, there's a pretty big feud going on with, with one of the larger, guitar channels. And another smaller creator, and honestly, the whole thing has gotten pretty ridiculous. And again, I'm not going to comment on any of that. That's a whole separate deal. But on that individual's channel, what I said pretty much word for word was, you took the video down. I guess you couldn't take the heat, huh? Because he was getting a lot of heat over that. Warranted or not, again, that I'm staying out of. I'm not going to comment on. But it was a little rude, and reading it, texting, reading text being a little ambiguous anyway. Going back, it didn't come across as well as I had hoped, and that's one that I kind of would like to at least take back and reword. But that's the extent of it. When it comes to commenting on other people's channels, and I don't comment very often, usually because I'm always on the go when I'm watching other people's videos. When it comes to commenting on other people's channels, I don't, either I'm going to share something positive, something constructive, or I'm going to keep my mouth shut and keep moving. So that is, the main message that I want to convey primarily to any other YouTube creators out there. If you have received some comments from me on your channel, and they've got my profile picture, sitting there and everything anyway, please know they are not from me. And feel free to block that, account, and, if you want, and you'll still be able to come, freely enjoy, and comment on my channel after that, because I'm not the account that you would have blocked. This is one individual who's got a real serious hard-on for me. If it's the same individual that I think it is, this person has commented on a lot of gone out of his way, to comment on my videos and make fun of my guitar playing and make fun of my appearance and my haircut or lack thereof and my waistline or excessive amount of whatever it may be, as if I don't already know these things and I don't talk about them on my own channel myself. Like I said, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care. I'm not losing any sleep over it, especially if you're doing it hiding behind a keyboard in your mommy and daddy's basement. Okay? Knock yourself out if that's what you got to do to make yourself feel better. But the fact that you are trying so hard to troll me on other people's channels, particularly friends of mine, other channels that I prop up and support and promote on my own channel, because I want to see them be successful, at least as successful as me, if not more so, because I think we can all, as creators, we can all be more successful working together. That's not trolling. That's an obsession, and that is an obsession rooted from a very, very negative, disturbing place. And you got much bigger problems than me if you've got that much energy to devote to trying, unsuccessfully, but trying, A for effort, to make me miserable. And as I'm speaking about this, I am aware of the tone of this video, and probably not the first, not the first thing that I would have liked to have posted, but I wanted word to be out there that if you feel that you have received something threatening or inappropriate or rude or condescending or anything like that in the form of a YouTube comment from me, I assure you that it did not come from me. Feel free to contact me directly if you would like, and I will verify it. And I am going to contact YouTube about this, and I don't know what their policies are. If they start removing channels, whatever it may be. I doubt it's going to go that far. If it goes very far at all, I will. If this thing does escalate at all, I will keep you posted. So thank you so much for watching. To my subscribers and my loyal viewers, thank you all so much. You really, it's support from folks like you that I have been able to keep this thing going. And I wanted, of course, other creators to know, what I talked about in this video. But I also wanted my viewers to know, because if you happen to see something like that in a comment section on somebody else's channel and it's not from me, I wanted you to be aware that it's not from me. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the YouTube world knows that I do have apparently an evil doppelganger out there of some kind that has a serious boner for me, and part of me is kind of flattered, actually. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you down the road in another episode of
Know Your Troll.
Adios.